Good evening and salutations, my GH fans. Let's start with the stuff that happened on Cassian Island. So Peter's plan is to have Drew go to Port Charles, kidnap Maxie, bring her back, and have Ulbrich do the whole mind control. Because at this point, Peter just wants a damn puppet. Also, he gets Jason and Britt to deliver a message to Anna. Pretty much just telling her that if anybody tries to comfort them, then, the hostages will get killed. And towards the end of the episode, Jason is holding some sort of card. I don't remember. I think it was like a night card or something like that. Now, the thing is, because of the whole, the backroom drama, whatever, the stuff that's going on behind the scenes about Jason or Steve's status as far as if he's going to be staying or if he's going to be leaving. I was sitting there thinking about this earlier, and in some sort of twisted way, this actually works in their advantage as far as the ratings go. I know that I think another channel, I don't exactly remember what channel it was, but somebody was sitting there talking about because they were sitting there talking about the status and stuff like that, and people can't really know because if they know, it's gonna affect the ratings or whatever. But I'm like, in this instant, it kind of works in their favor because we don't know Steve's status as far as is he gonna be on the show or not. So we don't know if Jason's actually gonna be safe. Is he gonna get out of this one or not? So in a lot of ways, because of this whole stuff behind the scenes, at least with him, it actually works in their favor towards the ratings. Now, on the other side, when Anna gets the video, she decides to go down there to Cassian Island. Now, she can't go there with Valentine because he's still in the hospital. He's still recovering. So, Robert's going to sit there and go with them, and Valentine's going to be pretty much kind of be, quarterbacking situation because he knows how to get the Cassian Island undetected. So, that's what's pretty much what's going on with them, more or less. Now, on to the art exhibit. Man, I don't know where to start off first. You know what? Let's start off with Olivia and Nat for a minute because there's one point where Olivia seemed like she's softening up. She starts to really appreciate Ned as far as everything he did. As far as the charity and, Joe Sotoro. She just really seemed like she's being really appreciative towards them. And Ned is smiling because in his mind, he's sitting there thinking that, this is a chance for them to work on their relationship to kind of get back on the track. And so everything seems all good and well. Now, here's the problem that I have with this whole scene. So while Ned is practically in his mind doing backflips, here's the thing. And this is how I look at this whole thing. So let me get this straight. When Ned cheated on Olivia with Alexis, she was mad, she was angry, she was hurt. 1 second. The most that wound up happening was that Ned left. This is after he cheated on her. But not at one point was she really trying to get a divorce. But the minute that Ned is concerned about Leo and he disagrees with Olivia about, his status or whatever, she's very quick. Like, she wants a divorce like yesterday. So you're upset with him and you want a divorce from him because he cares about your son's health and well-being. But when he cheated on you, the only thing you really did was just get mad and he left. How does that work? So let's talk about Brooklyn and Gladys because here's the thing. When Gladys corners Kep tries to sit there and make up some sort of excuse or whatever about why he's there and that doesn't work. And Brooklyn comes over there, she does the same thing. That doesn't work. She also sits there and tries to pay her off again and that doesn't work. Because Gladys doesn't know how to blackmail. This woman wants controlling interest and deception. And I'm like, yo, this chick is wildin'. Hell, even Brooklyn was like, yo, I can't do that. But, Gladys like, either make it happen or I'm going to sit there and tell Valentine. So, another thing that happens with Brooklyn is between her talking to Gladys to sit there and try to, back her off and, lecturing Kip because, she told Kip, like, yo, you're supposed to sit there and lay low, like, until this whole thing is over. And yet, you're just walking around Port Charles, just, like, chilling, going to work or whatever. Like, no one's going to sit there and spot you. So while she's sitting there doing that, she's also supposed to be sitting there watching Leo. And she turns around for a second to talk to one of those two. I think it was Kip, I'm not too sure. When she turns back, Leo's gone. And at this point, she's freaking out, Olivia's freaking out, and Ned is freaking out. And you see in the previews that Ned has an idea of where he might have went. Now, I don't know how far the gala is from the hospital, that's what I'm sitting there thinking that Leo's at, but yeah. So Esmer is playing her games like usual. And her whole thing is to try to cause friction between Cam and Jocelyn by making it seem like Cam and Trina are up to no good. So she makes a couple of comments here and there. Even with Spencer, and Spencer defends Trina. And of course that gets Esmer, all pissed off. But she kind of calms down a little bit after talking to Spencer. And also, let's be honest, whatever her plan is, it still involves Spencer in some sort of way. So she can't just be like, screw you, I'm out. So she calms down. Here's the thing. I knew that Esmer was going to sit there and try to do something to either Trina or Jocelyn. And somebody else is going to get caught up in crossfire. Now, Sasha apparently wasn't feeling too well, so she went in some sort of room or whatever to sit down. Gladys went in the room to sit there and make a phone call. And Esmer's sitting there thinking that Trina's in the room, why not find a way to lock the door? So now Gladys and Sasha are trapped in this room, and it looks like Sasha is about to go into labor. I mean, hell, the next episode she says that her water broke. And to be honest, here's the thing. I knew that she was going to get labor at some point. I just didn't know if it was going to be in this episode or the next episode. Guess it's the next episode. Also, is this whole thing with Brando and Sasha about the baby's sex, and she found out the sex, and he's not too sure if he wants to know, but towards the end, he figures it out. So, okay. Now, I want to sit there and ask a question. What do you think the sex is going to be of Sasha's baby? Because I am 98% sure it's going to be a girl. 98% sure it's going to be a girl. Brando finds out towards the end because he looks at the email, but yet, earlier he was like, I don't want to know the sex. That's cool. You may not want to know the sex, you might want to be surprised. I personally am going to want to know the sex because I need to sit there and have names ready on deck. I need to sit there and be planning for toys, the color of the room. Like, I can't just be all up in the air about, like, no, I'm not doing that. When she was in there throwing out unisex names, I was like, bro, just pick a lane. I was like, just pick a lane. Preferably trying to know what the baby, sex is. That's cool. Like, again, not knocking anyone for not wanting to know. I just would personally want to know because I'm a planner and I like planning stuff out. Oh, and Ava is kind of worried because, Nicholas told Ava that Victor's been set free, and she's worried that whatever he's planning on doing is going to be up to no good, and it's going to lead back to them. Also, what did what did Victor give up? Like, who did he throw under the bus to get immunity? And Nicholas kind of figures that it's not him because he would be in handcuffs. But Ava, she doesn't want to leave anything up to chance, so she has Nicholas go and find out what's going on. And towards the end of the episode, when they got to do the whole presentation or whatever, Esmer snipped his smile from ear to ear, thinking that Trina's not going to be there to do her presentation and to give Joe, the check or whatever, but she shows up and Esmer's pissed off, so that's always a good day. But now, here's the thing, she's mad and she's angry because she assumed that, Sasha, she assumed that Trina was in the room. She doesn't know that two other people that she doesn't know, and one of them is about to give birth, is, in that room trapped. So, I'm just kind of wondering, is she going to sit there and figure out, like, all right, she's not there, who's going to be in there, and is she going to sit there and help? Now, I'm assuming at this point that she is just damn near pure evil, so she is not going to bother to help. She's just going to be like, oh, well, not my problem, but that's just a guess. I feel like that's pretty much about it. Now, I did really enjoy Peter being in full villain mode. Hell, I think the actor started enjoying being in full villain mode way more than he probably should. But that was great, though. That was great. And, you got Anna and Robert's like, we gotta sit there and end this or whatever. And I'm like, I kind of don't want it to end. Because, like I said, I'm enjoying Peter just being this whole Bond villain thing. So, like, for me, it's just working. Let me just double check something. Alright, so I feel like that's about it. But I also feel like I missed a couple of things. Because here's the thing. I had kind of a day. And it didn't start off great. Now, it did work itself out, but because of that, my mood was kind of all over the place, and because of that, I wound up doing like 2 takes on this video, and just kept erasing it because I didn't like how it came out, and I feel like this is the better one, but I also feel like because I wound up doing it 3 times, I kind of missed some stuff. So if I did, please write it down in the comment section below. With that being said, I'm going to go. I want to thank you for watching, be safe, and I will see you in the next video.